Hello, YouTube. I am back with another video. It is time. It is time to talk. Talk. I'm going to turn up the light a little bit. I am Goddess Just Be. I am your blood type connection catalyst and your seer. And I guess your spiritual guru at the same time, huh? Because we've been having church. I'm also your first lady at the Inner Being Church. And we got a word today. Y'all get them likes up. We got 2,000 likes over here. Can we get some likes? Oh no, we only got one over there. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? And for those of you that are new to me speaking at the Inner Being Church, where I am your first lady, the mission here is to illuminate the depths of your inner self, challenging your beliefs, the ones that ain't serving you no way, and putting you up to speed with who you really are. We're not talking about looking outside of yourself because you have everything you need inside of you to save yourself, to awaken yourself, to tap into your all-knowing and infinite intelligence. And that's what we come forth to talk about today at the Inner Being Church. Hey, Miss Grateful. I got my congregation over here on YouTube. Then I have my Goddess Just Be page here and Goddess Just Be Healthy. Today's word is going to come from 1 John 2 and 19. 2 and 19. And it says, they went out from us because they were not of us. For had they been of us, no doubt they would have continued with us. So here we are. Hey, Rita. So here we are in another state of being. We quantum. I don't even want to use that word. We invited and welcomed this new shift amongst mankind. We welcome in the Aquarius age, the golden age. And we talked about how it felt to partake in that type of ascension that many of the others in mankind don't even know that happened within them, right? Don't even know that this energy was pulsating at them, don't even understand that the portal to, was open. They just, existed and functioned like it was just another day in the neighborhood, right? And so along with this ascension, I share with you, just accept the idea of it, the knowingness of it, to separate yourself from the other world, because really that's what energetically is happening. Two worlds, and you're shifting from the old as you knew, from the darkness, and to the new world, heaven on earth, or we'll call it the golden age or the light. This happens through your mind first. And so today we're talking about them coming out from us. And so when I say the thems of the world, I'm talking about some of the congregation here today. I'm talking about some people who are not going to fully be able to embrace the totality of the new world, and nothing is wrong with that. But I want to explain this to you. Whenever we get ascensions or whatever, we go forth in ascensions, because this might very well happen, and you forget. Sometimes you're on your journey, you forget. Oh man, I was supposed to be meditating. Oh man, I was supposed to be thinking positive thoughts. Oh man, nothing wrong with it. But because we have eons, we don't never die or nothing, like you just pick up where you left off. But I want to explain it to you like this here. In the beginning of this knowing that you have partaken into this new world, and I gave you homework as it pertained to saying that, oh yeah, when I was in the old world, I used to da 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 da. So in an effort to separate yourself from the belonging of the way you used to think and you used to function, and jump over here into this abundance mindset, this mental clarity and all, right? But along your journey in here, with your thoughts in your mind, here represents in your mind, right? Your consciousness. Along your journey in here, with your thoughts, you might end up falling back to old patterns. Remember how I was saying we begin maybe even think about Barbara, like, oh, Barbara ain't called me. He ain't like that. Barbara dead. Barbara just in this other realm, and energetically y'all not intertwined no more. And so maybe you in this realm, you begin to think hard about Barbara, and you call Barbara. You call her. and y'all talk. And Barbara was chaotic now. That's why y'all separated for that moment in time, and y'all began to talk and indulge. And then you find yourself talking back to Barbara. You find yourself, you done went back down to Barbara's level. You done intertwined with her. Now that means pretty much you back into the old world, the old way of thinking, the old mindset. And it was supposed to be about a renewing of the mind. The only way you save yourself is through your mind. This is why mind is very powerful thing to waste. This is why everything in this realm really kind of like affects your emotions, your mind, even your food affecting your mind. So here you are, and you done supped with Barbara, and now you are back in the old world, like, right? I want to forewarn you of that in the old world, because this here happens so much, and people have so many stumbling blocks and so many years being passed, and you chopping it up with Barbara, and then you be like, oh man, Barbara, the day before I called you, I was tapping into some newness, and it felt so good. And then when I called you and you were telling me about this death, and you were telling me about your sorrows, and you was telling me about your pain, and I just wanted to come back and save you. You look back. But Barbara, that was like 20 years ago. I did all of that and I stayed here with you. You could blame Bob if you want to, but that's you. You trying to get yourself out of alignment. You being afraid of you being afraid of this year. But I would say to you, as an observer of you, and as an observer of someone that did that throughout my life many, many times, not just this life, other lifetimes, many, many, many times, and so many times that I remember it, I want to let you know that it's you being afraid of you. And you're going to get tired of doing that to you. You're going to start to remember that you did that to you. You did it so much. And then you're going to get to that lifetime where you look, Barbara, I got my son. I'm tired of this deja vu. I want to be happy. Barbara, I know you coming. You might not be coming right now, but we're going to catch up when you come. And I know I understand something too, Barbara, that at my best, that's the only time that I have something to offer to you, Barbara. So I'm gonna leave you and I'm gonna go be about my father's business. But if you choose that not to be for this here time, I want to share with you with us others that will stay in alignment. Will be saying to you in this lifetime, because this represents the energy of this all. We're saying to you that you came out from us because you were not with us. You were not of us. Because had you been of us, no doubt you would have continued with us. This has everything to do with energy, the expression of energy, like-minded energy. You're not gonna lie and make us think that the law of attraction ain't doing what it do. You were not of us, so you could not continue with us. And this is what happens when you ascend, and then all the little drama, the lives are, slowing down, the momentum is slowing down, that something happened, and now you got to sit with yourself. And you like, okay, well, what do I expect now? Is my thoughts just going to stay like this here by themselves? No. Mm-mm. Because you got to look at it like this. You're like a newbie on this new earth. You're like a new kid on the block. Right? And so the new kid on the block, if you wobbling right now in the beginning of the two worlds, the shift, you wobbling when there's still openness. There's still openness for you to wobble enough that you go back. And baby, when you go back, you fall into a pillar of salt. I want to forewarn you of this here. The little humans in this realm, they really set it up where you could see these things in real time. I remember like it was yesterday, we went to the little country club. We went to the country club, and at that time, I was not by myself. Everything was okay. I didn't see the waiter doing anything extra. Nobody was questioning me or nothing like. But there was one time that I decided to go to the country club for lunch by myself. And so at this time, I didn't see the old waitress that was there the first time, and I'm by myself. And this waiter, he asked me, was I new here? It's like, oh no, I came before. I'm just being short with the answers. He's like, well, what street do you live on? And I'm like, why? Like there are people in new environments like that want to know if you belong there. When you're in places like country clubs where they making $1 million deals, kind of like on the golf courses and things like that. They send like the waiter over, like, right, trust and believe. They got a little click going on, just like you're the new world, kind of like in layman's terms. So the people there were sending the waiter over to kind of like find out, to sift, to find out and see who was I? Did I belong there? It's no different from life in new worlds and new realms. Your thoughts are going to do that. It ain't going to be necessarily be your reflections. It's going to be your thoughts. Your thoughts going to gang up on you. Some of the old ones that you didn't all the way probably clear. If you still have a little bit of momentum going for them, they're going to come and visit you in the new world. And while the portal is still is kind of like new to this new world, you're gonna hear those thoughts. You're gonna probably doubt yourself. I want to forewarn you so you could be steady, so you could know what to look forward to. Because you could doubt yourself, you could look back, you could begin to have those negative thoughts while the world has shifted, like while the energy has increased. But you decide to step back down to that other level, the level that you were familiar with, the level where Barbara was at, the level where you could think of kind of things and you could take yourself off the hook of being in this thing called alignment. That level wasn't serving you. You really wasn't happy there, but you would think to yourself, do I really belong in this new golden age? Am I really ready for this? And then your mind, because it's all happening to you, life happens to you, not to you. Your mind could play the trick, the biggest trick there is on you, and be your own stumbling block. So they came out from us because they were not of us. They couldn't keep up with the momentum. Because had you been able to keep up the momentum of the golden age, no doubt you would have continued with us. So I wanted to share that with you all today because it is so important that you understand how your subconscious mind works. It tries multiple times over and over to keep you where you are because that's how you programmed it to be. It tries to bring back to you your belief, the belief that you told yourself over and over, and it became law for you. Therefore, your subconscious mind had to keep that in your head, had to remind you because it was almost being protective, and it was trying to keep you where you programmed it to be. This is why it seems so hard sometimes for people to continue with their mindfulness practices, their meditation practices, because their mind begins to play tricks on you. It'll tell you, turn that crap off. It'll tell you, girl, ain't nothing happening. It'll tell you, you better go to church and repent. You're just a sinner. It'll tell you, put all that away. And then you'll be back over here with Miss Barbara 20 years later. So congratulations, your mind playing tricks on you. Y'all remember that song? Dun 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 dun. My mind's playing tricks on me. Yeah, hey Chevy. So I wanted to express that I just went through this and I had to look in the mirror and affirm where I am. Yes. Blue Diamond said that was my jam. Yep. Yes, Tai T. Hey, Erica, because it happens every day. It even happened back in the day when you were in religion. You know, they called it. It's no different. There's nothing new under the sun. They called it you being a little slider, right? And you just slid, you slippery slope, slid up out of church for a long time, and then you went back. Remember that? It's like you want to join church, you need to be saved because you had to slid so far you had to slide out that whole church and go find a whole new one. It's no different in spirituality. Same thing happens because you're still dealing with the mindset. You're still dealing, yeah, condemnation. Yeah, you're still dealing with the matters of your mind. You're still in a collective conscious realm. Okay? But here's the thing that I want you to remember about this here season. And that is that not, again, in our children's or great children's lifetime as it pertains to season, will this energy that's present in this realm be amongst them. See, like I was sharing with you, we go through certain seasons. There's a time and season for all things underneath the sun. And it ain't like you could chop up and catch up with the golden age 5 years from now, you know, 2 more lifetimes from now. It's been a long time coming. And then, and it seemingly, of course, in the spiritual essence, time is an illusion. Like, right, it's all happening at one time. But when you're in this human body, there's a thing called time underneath here. Like, right, there's a thing called season underneath in this realm that we're governed underneath. And so the season in this realm, it'd be a long time coming for you in the physical aspect, not in the spiritual, in the physical. You don't want to miss your blessing by being a Debbie Downer. You don't want to miss your blessing by going back and being turned into a pillar of salt. This is the season. It is now. So if you must, sit yourself down and encourage yourself. Sit yourself down and get your mind right. Look, we're doing this. Look, everything's going to be okay. Look, tell me, what is it that you are afraid of? And when you really get to the core of that fear, you understand that you're afraid of your power. You're afraid of your impact. You're afraid of your purpose. You're afraid that it's going to all work out. Because your source, same as my source, my God, it never even gave us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. You're afraid because you gave yourself one of those silly beliefs, the kind that we talk about in this mission statement that don't really serve you. The kind that you told yourself over and over, now it's a law in your mind. And your law in your mind got you afraid of you reaching your full potential spiritually. It got you afraid of you remembering what you came for to really do in this realm. And that's to conquer, that's to be, do, or have. Anything you put your mind to. That's to tap into your superpowers while here in this realm. That's to be a master manipulator of energy. And that same said manipulation of energy must start with manipulating your mind and your thoughts. Thought by thought by thought by thought. You tell yourself no. And congratulations, you are not of us. So you have to leave. And you'll be welcoming back the same type of trauma or traumatic experiences that you experienced in that other realm. So who wants to sign up and quit now? I'll wait. I'll wait for you to excuse yourself out of the church. Who wants to quit now? Who wants to be the first doubter? Where is Doubting Thomas? Are you here? Are you bold enough, Doubting Thomas, to raise your hand? Are you bold enough, Doubting Thomas, to come forward? Are you? I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. Right. Yeah. It is a wrap. I'm not going back. Rita says, right. I just said I want to step fully into my gift. No more being scared. I'm out and I'm not going back. I'm not quitting. I'm here to stay. Perfect. So for those of you who are here to stay, you do understand that this is a conscious shift, thought by thought by thought by thought. And in this group, in this inner being church, we being that we're like-minded energy, the biblical text says, if there be two or more, I'll be God in the midst. Do you realize this is akin to heaven right now, being amongst like-minded people? Because energy is transferable. So if we have like-minded people that's on a mission to keep going, you gonna keep going by keep on showing up in this room. Matter of fact, during the week at 4 o'clock, like yesterday, I was at the print store. During the week, roughly around 4 o'clock, I'd be like, I gotta go. I gotta hurry up because I gotta go. I can't keep the church waiting. Y'all be having me. You see what I'm saying? And that if you even have your negative thought, think about this time, think about this hour, because it'll become refreshing for you that you have this can be a place of hope for you. This could be that place where if two or more come together, God will be in the midst. And the God that's in the midst in this like-minded community, energetically, because it's just energy, frequency, and vibration, generating that energy, that God, that G kind of God, that generated energy will transfer to you from these lives, will transfer to you from these comments, will transfer to you from these likes, from these shares. Don't sleep on yourself. You got to use the energy that's present and be the manipulator of it. So the energy that's present is that y'all here, like, right? that energy that shows that y'all here keeps me focused on, okay, I gotta be there because they're there. There's energy there. I'm going over there. And so the same way you can do on your end. Okay, it's almost 4 o'clock. Okay, today wasn't, everybody don't have to know your thoughts wasn't all the way up to par every day. But you can know that, okay, I kind of felt a little wobble. If nothing at all, I'm going to make sure that I catch it today, because me knowing that I wobble just a little bit, if I get around some like-minded energy that's focused on not wobbling so much, then that'll help me with my energy. That's part of you, us manipulating energy too. You hearing somebody, and at that moment, them telling you, oh, I was wobbling, but I did da 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 da. That feels refreshing. So you use what this is akin to that biblical text. Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things that are pure, lovely, if they have any virtue in them, think on these things. And so that means sometimes you have to separate yourself from environments that you are, like that other world and the barbers that's over there, and get you a new family. Like, right? Get you a new family. This is what the biblical text talks about when they say, take here, this is your mother, this is your brother. He who does the will of the Father, that's your family. So what it's saying energetically, esoterically, as it pertains to inside, because it never was talking about anything outside of you. It was saying those people that vibrate on your frequency, those people that's on that same life journey, that's your family. Because the law of attraction that attracted you, then got you surrounded by them people. They on YouTube, they on a TikTok live, they commenting, right? In Inner Being Church on YouTube, they be talking and saying hey to one another in the church. That's family. That's an extension of family, like-minded energy. So you do what is deemed necessary. In my journey, that feels heartfelt to me even telling y'all that, because in my journey, I didn't have that particular person until I met my guru, who was with me for an appointed time though, and then he passed away from the physical reality. I didn't have that person prior to him though, when I felt like I was just struggling, like because nobody around me understood. Everybody around me came from church, and they would always tell me just to go talk to Jesus about it. Like, right? This feels heartfelt to me to have a community like this here of you all on a spiritual journey, because now other people that may be coming in the room that's just doubting, they just looking with one eye open or whatever, and they just wondering, inquisitive, inquiring minds that want to know certain things about spirituality, they have a place. See, I didn't have all of this here. But I said in my journey, though, when I figure this crap out, I'm going to circle back and I'm going to help other people that are like me. And that's why I show up for the versions that are like me. So it should feel refreshing to you to have people that's showing up, that been through the things that you are maybe going through now with your ascensions, that's showing up, that's showing you all the little loopholes, all the little bumps in the road, like, oh, you might end up thinking crazy tomorrow. Up, you might feel like nothing ain't happened, don't you? Up, your subconscious mind gonna start playing tricks on you. Up, and it just telling you, it's almost like, come on, you got it. You got it. Keep going. Yep, I've been through that too. Yep, you can make it. If I could do it, you could do it. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. Kind of like what your inner being tells or does with you spiritually every day. But it feels a little bit more refreshing sometimes when you could actually see somebody in this realm that's going through it and that's talking to you from your phone, to you, through you, about you, for you, and that's rooting you on every step of the way. So I'm happy that you continue with us. But if for some reason that there is a spiritual person in your assimilated environment that have to come out from you, remember energetically that they came out from you because they were not of you. This goes for relationships. You couldn't stay. I'm a blood type connection catalyst. It is to my knowing that you cannot stay in a union with someone energetically that you are off with. You are a match to whatever it is right now in your environment, whether that be single, whether that be married, whether that be friends with benefit, hit it and quit it, whatever you call it, sneaky link, whatever you call it. You are energetically a match to it. And it will not leave out of your assimilated environment until you increase your frequency. Hopefully it's an increase, because I would not like it to be favorable for you to want to decrease your frequency. But you are a match. You are the perfect match to it. Now you could be on the, just like these new words, you could be have just a little bit of residual, a little bit of flakes left, because you have little particles that's separating you from that old world into your newness. So that means still there's something in there that's this little tiny in there until you are separate from it and no longer attached to it. And sometimes that happens, but you know when you're there, because when you're there now to be back into this world, it's like boring. Like, no, I did that already. I'm good. Just like some of the people in the comments were saying, nah, ain't no going back. And so this is how you know when you're over even a relationship. Like, remember that song, Blame It On Me. This is when you know you're done. Say it's my fault. Say I'm a liar, I'm a cheater. Say anything that you want. As long as it's over. Like, I'm done. Ain't no going back. As long as it's over. So this is an energetic frequency that you're announcing based upon the way you're feeling. Either you over that realm or you're not. Based on the way you're thinking. Either you over that thought or you're not. And so here we go. I'd rather you hot or cold. Because if you're lukewarm, I'll spit you out. So see right now. So if you're lukewarm, whoop, you could go back. Now, if you wobbling with them thoughts, whoop, you whoop. That's how they think. I'd rather you hot or cold, because if you lukewarm, I can spit you out. But if you know that you ain't going back. Y'all getting this here? This is some good stuff. Yes, I stay alone. Spiritual girl, ain't nothing wrong with that, babe. Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to be. Yes. Hey, Queen Carolyn. Yeah, I sung that song very loud. You used to sing that song? Yes, exactly. Yes, I concur. I love my new family. Me too, Rita. Yes, I love look at y'all loving on each other. And that's a beautiful thing. And you love, and in what you love it, though. If your family is an expression of you, who you loving, though. That's that love of self. And so simultaneously, all of this here is increasing your self-concept. I want you to best understand that. A piece of lint was flying. I want you to best understand that. It's increasing your self-concept, because when we say, oh, I love my family, you love them because you see how much they are like you. It's your love for self that you're really loving upon now. So that's it, in a new signal saying, yeah, I'm worthy. I like people like me. I like her mind because her mind like me. So that means you gotta like your mind. You gotta feel worthy. You gotta feel like the way that you think matters. You gotta feel that you're on a spiritual journey because they're on a spiritual journey. You gotta feel that. And so twofold, you're ascending, you're working on your self-concept. You're working on your subconscious mind. You renew your thoughts. All of this unfoldment is happening at the same time. You're around like-minded energy. Their energy is rubbing off on you, and vice versa. And so now you are learning how to use or manipulate energy here, because you're manipulating and using the energy of the other people here too. It ain't just yours. You manipulate the energy of this. Like, yeah, Rita showing up. Oh, I'm going to show up too. You know, an outsider, there may be an outsider who comes in these lives and don't even talk. You know, we talk, we have introverted reflections too. So there may be some people that come up and don't never say nothing, but they're showing up. And they seeing that you all on the front, thank you for the offering, they seeing that you all on the front are showing up. So they showing up too. And so, see, this is a beautiful thing. It's always a domino effect. So Rita constantly showing up. Miss Grateful constantly showing up. Tia, Tai T, Erica, Blue Diamond, Miss Crystal, Tangent, Frederick, Zion, Isaac. All of these people constantly showing up. Just think about that reflection of you. You already healing people. You already got a little congregation because somebody looking for your name up in the comment. Oh, I remember her. That's the Rita, the shouting lady. Oh, I remember her. That's Miss Cecilia. And sometimes God is just call her Miss Grateful. Oh, that's the same lady. I'm putting two and two together. They're energetically showing up. So if they can show up for themselves, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch this thing, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to watch them show up. And energetically, they're helping me keep showing up, because I don't really want to talk. I mean, I don't know if they'll invite me in the church. You see? Oh, I'm a little introverted. Or maybe I don't have my phalanges. Maybe I don't have the activities of my limb. Maybe I got somebody to just prop up the phone, but I'm still going to show up. I'm still going to be here. My energy is still going to be present, because I want my energy to be present in this new world. So behold, all things can become new for me too. So you all think, like in church, we all think, oh, it's the pastor, and we'll give exoteric energy to the pastor. But no, I teach you inner beingness with all the likeness of you. This is esoteric as it pertains to you showing up. Just the idea of you showing up for you encourages others to do the same and the same and the same, because you are showing others alignment. Are you getting that part? You are teaching others your reflections that you don't even know that come through here. You're teaching them alignment. And if they don't even hear your voice, just because they only hear mine, they still feel your alignment. Look at there goes somebody. Jerry and I've never seen Jerry's name before. Look at Jerry showing up. Jerry decided to comment today. I never seen that name. Have you all in the church, in the Inner Being Church over there on YouTube, ever seen Jerry? Now all of a sudden Jerry saying, yeah, I'm here. Chevy came yesterday. Chevy came yesterday, but Chevy ain't a constant commenter. You see that? No, first time. because they're back there. And you know how I know? First of all, I know because I feel them. Second of all, I know because I was there. Do you hear me? This is the introverted lady that I tell you, I'm a healed introvert. I know how introverts operate. Welcome, Jared, to the Inner Being Church. I know how they operate. Adam knew Eve because he went inside of her to get to know her. I know how everybody in my simulated environment go act because I got to know them. I was them. I'm a blood type connection catalyst. I'm a seer. I was this introvert that I would frequent them conscious lives all the time and never said a word. Not that I was being hateful, not because I didn't want to give them a like, not because I didn't want to share, but because I was that introverted and shy that I didn't want my name to be upon anything, but I just needed to learn from them. You're always in a place energetically where your energy is felt. I don't care how low you think you are. I don't care how flatline you think you are. I feel you. If I were to pass one of you in the grocery store that be on the back burner and don't say nothing in live, I know you. Because I know myself. Don't think I'm sitting up here talking to my inner beingness and not know what introvert energy feel like, with being watched, feel like, and who watching. Don't think I have this eyeball behind me and can't see, with the one eyeball, not the two physical eyes, and can't see. That's how this thing called life goes. And so I want you to be able to understand your energy like that. Understand it. And understand that you still, right now, even though you probably feel like, I don't know, I could be a little bit more conscious. I could be, I could not wobble a little bit more. Even though you probably say all of that, still where you are, you have somebody that admires you, somebody that is watching you. That's why it's so important for you to assume the role, assume the mindset. They're watching you. It is my promise to you. When you go on a diet, there's somebody watching what you eat to see if you're gonna fully go through it. When you get in a relationship, they watching you. Is it gonna last? Y'all know that to be true for all the little viral people. That lady Epic April, she know this to be true. She talked about a man she was gonna marry within 30 days. They watching her. See if she gonna get married. Oh, it's day 27. Let me see. Your reflections are watching you. They're watching you. Give them a good show. Stay in alignment. Stay in flow. Be so in alignment that since they want to watch you, damn the one they touch the hem of your garment. Be so in alignment that if they dare to touch the hem of your garment just by a simple touch, because you were so in fleek, on fleek, in alignment, that the mere touch from you made them whole. The mere coming to the live made them feel better. The mere seeing your comment washed away all of their doubts. That's what we're doing here, just in case you didn't know, on the back end, the part that you probably don't ever pay attention to. But we need you to stay. We need you not to go from out of us energetically, because you really do belong with us more than you could understand in this moment. The doors of the church are open. Yes, yes. Hey, my kid. Hey. It's offering time. Y'all tap the screen. I only got 5,000 likes. For those of you that are new to me, I am Goddess Just Be, and I teach people spirituality, and I help them with wellness as well. I'm a business owner. I do products and stuff during the day, and I like to talk about spirituality because this is my legacy, the thing that I want to leave behind to mankind because I've been through so much in my journey. And so we be having little Be Free with B sessions. I call them the Inner Being Church, where I am your first lady. God is just B. And if you want to donate to this church, you can by Cash App. God is just B. If you want to join this church, you can by my website, solidaritypub.org. You stay there 3 seconds and you'll get a pop-up. Put in your name and your email address. And when you put in your name and email address, you'll be part of the newsletters, Blood Type Connection newsletters. You'll be part of our little family. And I'll let you know when interesting things are happening in this realm as it pertains to spirituality, as it pertains to mankind, as it pertains to blood type connection, eating right for your blood type, both physical and spiritual things, newsletters that I send forth. Oh, thank you for the offering. And if you want to donate, like I said, it's Goddess Just Be on Cash App, or you can go to my website. At the top of my website, there's a gray button that says offerings or tips. It's a little tip jar at the very top on the main screen. SolidarityPub.org. That's if you have like a credit card payment, if you want to pay that way. But nonetheless, that's how you join. And I'm so thankful for you all that decided to give today. I have a lot of things that I've been buying, y'all. And in this church, we talk about health and wellness too. And so we got a lot of little tools that's going to be coming up for me to discuss as it pertains to health and wellness, because I want every member in this here church to understand the body of Christ in its totality. Not just understanding it, but understanding the blood types that they stem from and what they need to do to revive it. Like, right? On my website, I have a Woke as F Blood Type Connection course that teaches you in-depth information about your bloodline. I would suggest that is the most valuable thing that you can do with yourself, with your time, with your energy. I would suggest that you take a moment to set aside your little coins to purchase the Woke as F Blood Type Connection course if you are someone on a wellness journey physically. That you first start off with getting your blood type, finding out what your blood type is, because it even matters in spirituality to an extent as well. Find out what your blood type is and purchase the Woke as F Blood Type Connection course. That way, when we begin to talk about health and wellness, you really understand the herbs, your personality, the fruits and vegetables, the nuts and seeds, and different things that you need to be consuming for your blood type. Look at this, y'all. I just got this here. We're going to be talking about this here really, really soon with my little posters. I still never got the back, what they call it, the little brown thing that you could put tacks in to hold this tack board, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, I ain't get that yet. So I can have it behind us while we're talking. But look at how cool, y'all. Look at the cool things that I've been buying with the offerings and stuff. So this way I could show this on the screens and you could really know, what part of I guess the stomach, the brain, or whatever we're talking about. I can show you and I can zoom in and I can be like, look, right here, right there, the pineal gland and hypothalamus and this and that and the third. I think maybe I should have been a teacher. Huh? Why didn't I think about being a teacher? I don't know. Because this is really cool to me. I don't know. I was all kind of stuff. But I'm here. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. But now I'm just thinking about it. I would have been a cool teacher. Because I love little, I don't know. Okay, class. Today we're going to learn. Because I'll be trying to throw in lessons. If I tell you one thing, if you ain't following me, you need to follow me because I'm going to teach you something. Can I get an amen? You going to learn something up in this Inner Being Church. You ain't going to go home and be like, and somebody asks you, well, how was church? I don't know what pastor was preaching on, but the choir show was good. Not over here. Or you going to learn something. Tia said, you are a teacher. Yeah, you look at everybody said, hey, Royal, you already are a teacher. Yeah, I love to teach. Rita, you are one. Look at y'all. Krista said you are one. Look, okay. Let me not say that no more. Y'all got me right on that one. I grew up and confirmed in the Methodist church. Oh, okay, Jerry. Okay, cool. I see you. I'm happy you're here. Well, we come from all different walks of life too. With my mama, Jerry, I was in all of the churches. My mama, after something happened in one of the churches, my mom would not go to that church no more. And then we had to join another church. in another church. I done did it all too, Jerry. And but it was not by me. It was because of my mama, you know. So but I had to listen and I had to play a role in it, like, right. And so really that's really why it's so important to me now to be talking about inner beingness and not subscribe to any type of religion, and why it's also important that I never force religion on my children, because I saw what it did to me, you know. I never wanted to be like that. I don't feel like religion should be forced and you should be looked upon as if you're a sinner because you didn't walk in this particular line, like, right. Because sometimes it be children who are more conscious and more aware and have more knowing than their own parents, like, right, more open-minded, like, right. Yes, thank you, Shayla. I appreciate you. I want to make sure they don't have any readings up in here because yesterday I had missed a reading. Thank you, Yamase. Thank you, Rita, and Ty, and Sue, and Tyira. Thank y'all for the offering. I really appreciate all of you who gave today. Let's see. And Keith, hey Keith, how you doing, Keith? Thank you. I appreciate all of you. So yeah, I love to teach because it's deeply rooted in me. Because I had to go to church, y'all. I had to go to church. I had to go to church. I had to go on church trips, had to go to choir study, choir practice, Bible study. And most often it was at our house sometimes, you know, and then we'll take turns. And then I had to clean up behind, you know, different things. I had to, my Aunt Flo May, that's my New Orleans pastor, we'll call her Aunt Flo May. Every time I go to church, I need you in the choir. I need you. And so sometimes, you know, churches, the leaders, and not to say nothing negative about my auntie, you know, sometimes they be wanting you to do things based upon their idea of how they see you. But alignment is really important for you, because for me, I didn't want to be, y'all know I can't sing, but I be singing, right? I didn't really want to be part of the choirs and different things. And I would ask, I was like, could I be an usher? Please, could I just be an usher? I think an usher is cool and I'll be able to help. I'll clean up outside, I'll do anything. No, I want you in a choir. You know, God showed me you being in a choir. And then I end up in a choir, like, right? So he who the Lord, this part right here, he who the law has set free is free indeed. It's free indeed. And so that's why when I was like about 16, 17 years old, I was joking to get up out of that house. Like, look, I'm just tired of all of this here. Could I think for myself, please? Without somebody saying it's the devil, that I'm going to hell and this, that, and the third. So that's why I also relate my messages about energy, frequency, and vibration, right? You are our guru. Thank you, Erica. Hey, Keith. Because everybody can understand energy, frequency, and vibration. Everybody. And that makes this place that's all inclusive for everyone at that point. Yeah. I remember the days of my aunt picking me up for the choir. I have never gave it a thought. Yeah. See, look at my reflections up in here. See, every part of me, every extension of me, one of you all have. That's letting you know how powerful energy is. I'm only attracting those people that are like-minded over here with me, vibrating on my frequency. Do you see this here? I want you to see these little things so you can understand the totality of this thing called the law of attraction. It's always doing its thing. And so there are some people that's passing by, they can't stay because energetically they are not in sync with us. They went out from us, meaning they had the TikTok in their hand and they passed it up. And that text that I just came from, 1 John 2:19, they went out, they kept on strolling from us because they were not of us. For had they been of us, no doubt they would have kept that TikTok right there and continued on with us. Understand that law, that energy works in every room. This goes for that boardroom. This goes for that job. This goes for that elevator. This goes for when you're at that red light. This goes for the TikToks that you see. This goes for this live. This goes for everybody in them comments. That law is doing its thing. The law of attraction. You can't escape it in this realm. Yeah. I was on the church drill team, marching for the Lord. Yes. too, Tia. I'm a soul. Don't make me pull out my tambourine. Why I keep wanting to say tangerine like my grandma? I gotta stop doing it. I'm a soldier. Remember that? In the army of the Lord. I'm a sanctified soldier in the army. Got my something shoes on in the army of the Lord. Boy, we was juking, huh? Juking for Jesus, huh? You remember? We was marching. We was marching, huh, Marie? Hey, you are a girl. Yeah, as a kid, when I was 6 years old, I thought hell was one unending long perm. Oh my God. Where you are forever sitting in a chair. The solution is burning a scalp. Curlers, what? Curlers wound tighter, but you never get the end result. Oh my God. Not that. Not That sounds traumatic because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all that had some burnt ears from a curtain line up in here because some of y'all look like y'all got some dark skin like me. Yes, traumatic on Easter Sunday, like, right? That is funny. That is so funny. Minister in the church. I was always in church from childhood to adulthood. Look at that. I didn't even know that. I mean, I see the suit over there. I didn't know that about Mr. Bakiba. Mr. Bakiba was in the church too. Anybody else? Come on, let's see the law of attraction. Anybody else? Anybody else came up in church? Anybody? Grandma, auntie, mom was evangelist, pastor, daddy was a deacon, brother was a drummer or something like that in church. Let's see this law of attraction. Let me show you how it's working up in here. Ain't no coincidence we done hooked up together. Out of all of these people on TikTok and you over here watching me. Let's see. First lady, I don't see the shampoo on your website. Is it still available? Oh, be cleansing condition? No, right now I'm doing Be Fresh. Right now, I moved that one over. It's temporary, not because I've been too busy to make it. It takes so much to make. No, I'm doing Be Fresh. Let's see. Yes, and my mama is her super. My mama is super duper religious, and my brother is a pastor. Look at Erica. Erica mama and her brother a pastor. Yep, I had my time in church. Royal said, "What about over here, Tai T?" I was in a choir. My dad did the music. My sister did the man. Look at this here. Did the praise team, and my family owns churches now. Ain't that something? My grandma had all hats, even the grandma. Huh? Now that's funny. Yes. Okay. Okay. Shanetta too. Yes. My parents are pastors. Mr. Stewart, my grandfather was in the Baptist church. You see this here? Yeah. I was a praise team leader. Look at Keith. Go ahead on. Wait a minute. So you like my tambourine then, huh, Keith? That was a leader, boy. You was doing that? I ain't shout while you was doing it. That's so cool. Yes, that is the coolest thing. Let me see over here. That's what I thought hell was at 6. Wow, that's interesting. Me, the sage says yes. Jerry said I was in the kids choir. Rita for 47 years. No wonder. That's my shouting member over there for 47 years. She know how to shout and really, really junk. Rita probably know how to do that 2-3 hour shout. Well, we can't even get out of church because Rita won't stop shouting and running. Yes, that's funny. Baptist Kids Choir, morning, noon, and night. Blue Diamond said, family is some part of the church, and where I had to be dragged there all the time. Sage says, my grandmother was a spiritualist and a minister. You see how that go? You see how that go? So this is like-minded energy right here. I was in the choir and praise team and dance team, Kim says. Yes. Wow. And so this is a reflection. Remember I said, take care. This is your mother. This is your brother. He who does the will of the Father, meaning he who is in alignment. Alignment. That's your family. And you're going to find them. You're going to gravitate to them. You ain't going to understand why, but energetically, you're going to sit there, you're going to sup with them. You're going to think, oh, maybe something about her voice. Oh, I just like Lisa. She's a great teacher. But energetically, what you can't see is that I'm you. Energetically, you're me. This goes with the teaching. Yeah, I tell people that I was born and raised in the church, literally from infancy. Yeah, as an adult, I started in the audio ministry, Candy. Then I went to media sales, choir, and flag ministry. Candy been in it too. You see? I think that's beautiful. I think that is so, so, so beautiful. Even Kim says her mother was leader of the praise dance team. I think that is so beautiful how we can't miss a beat on each other. Now look at this here. Now we got more than one thing. We talking about church, like-minded energetically as it pertains to our background with church. But remember the other day when we were talking about mother and father and dads, we had a lot of commonality as it pertains to that too. You see? You see? Hey, Tandy. Tandy, you came up in church, Tandy? I didn't see your comment. Did you come up in church, Tandy? We lived the same life. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. We've been living the same life. Christina, you hit it. We've been living the same life. So we cannot but help but to be attracted to one another. So just think about the dynamic of the relationships you have out there, the business partners that you have out there. They have something in common with you too. Yes. Living the same life. Just different mindsets. We're just different avatars. Like, right? Me and my sister, my brother, my 3 cousins was made to be in the choir, and I hated it. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Here we go. Tangela answers. Sandra said, yes, I did. There go another member on the YouTube channel. Yes, I did. Choir and the drill team, she says. Yes. Even Miss Rita, she said 47 years in church, and I spent a few years in Hebrew with the Hebrew Israelites until I left because it looked like church. Oh, it sure did. To me, the Hebrew Israelites, they were kind of scary on my spiritual journey. They looked like church, but they had a little darkness that church didn't have, because church was just telling you, oh, just love and forgive everybody. But them Hebrew Israelites along my journey, they were talking about people that had lighter hued skin. They was gonna be on the corner, and it was gonna be their turn for they women to get, dealt with the way the women in our past was dealt with. And it just seemed like chaos to me. And I could not do that, because I had been in church, and I'm happy about that part of myself where I have compassion and I could understand the justness in discernment of being introduced to other forms of religion, because it kept me from being bamboozled with people like the nature boys of the world who went sought after me in trying to get me to move from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn at one point. Then a couple of months later, I see that these girls did that. They sold all they had, and they went out there in the woods some darn where, and they just little ducks. They just slobbing off on nature boys' little doorknob, like on live. And I'm like, oh my gosh, but it kept me learning and knowing what discernment was. My little introverted part of me, because it didn't sit well with me that every time I would see him, even though he had valuable in the beginning information about, eating right and the fruits, because he was a fruitarian, I believe. But it didn't sit well with me how much he would like to sit up there at the camera and just lick on himself. I mean, the LL Cool J just kind of slobbering, kind of licking. Like, dang, why don't you just talk? Why you gotta be licking so much? Just talk. That just didn't sit well with me. And I'm not saying he was nice to look upon, but I didn't want him like that. Like, I wanted to hear the knowledge, because I was, you desire, when you get to a place in your consciousness where you desire the information. It's like your crown chakra open, and you eager to learn more about yourself. And he up there just a licking. That's all he wanted to do, Yeah, peace, reflection. My boy, I came with you. And he got in my little DMs on Facebook years ago and telling me I need to move. But had I not known discernment, had I not known to come out of him, because I was not of his tribe, energetically we did not vibe. So my path went a totally different way. Like, right? And I'm so happy that it did. I'm so happy that the energy was doing its thing by being the energetic alignment of the law of attraction, because I clearly was not attracted to that foolery in my life. I clearly was not the type. However, they had others who was sending out a signal that said, I ain't worthy. Pick me, I'll go. Yeah, let me come out of what I know and be drawn to you instead, because I'm an energetic match of your way. And so they found him. And I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if them people in jail or what. I really could care less. I'm just happy that my journey ended up the way that it is, so that I could really help people with pure intent and not trying to have people lost and sold all that they had. That's foolery. And it reminds me of the church. A lot of people, as I was a little girl, they lost a lot. We would have revivals. They would have apostles that would come in. Meanwhile, I was a usher more than I was any other role. I'm sorry, a pastor's assistant more, or usher, because that's like ushering, more than I was any other role. And we would have these revivals, and they would have these apostles that would come in town, and they would ask the members in the church. I'm like 12 years old, y'all. I started out at 12 years old doing this here, from like 12 to like 14, 15. And these people will come in and I would give them their water, I give them their little, their luggage, their Bible, and escort them on and off the little poop head and go in the back room, help them get all of this sweat, just do everything that they needed. And so I was around these people, and I picked up on their energy. I heard the things that these people would tell their members. I heard them talk about they wanted to go to other states. I'm a little girl now. They wanted to go to other states because those people was too broke, too cheap. They wasn't making enough money in those revivals, is what they was getting at. They will be on them tithes and offering. They knew, and so they would stand at that table. Look, God told me to tell you that 10 of y'all needs to give $1,000 or whatever. And those people, it was like I was on both sides, because I knew the members actually more than I knew these apostles and prophets that would come in town for their one little week of revival, like, right? But I had to sit with them and assist them, because that was my role in the church. So I was able to see both sides. The people that was losing what they had because they loved God so much, but yet to see the prophets and the apostles to come in town and kind of like bamboozle some of them. Now, mind you, all of them was not crooked per se. Some of them were really, really pure. Some of them really, really was conscious and serious, like my Flome. She was really, really, really a seer. And some of them apostles were really, really, really serious. But when you get to a place in your journey where you begin to travel the world and people are throwing money at you, whatever, sometimes that ego, that lower self, can come to sneak up on you, just like kind of like that old world can sneak up on you too. It'll come to sneak up on you. And for some of them prophets, it did. And so the next thing you know, they come back in town, now they in their Rolls Royce, and they got their mansion, they got this and that and the third. But the members in the church, they were still on Section 8. They wasn't evolving too. And so the little girl in me was making promises as a first, as a pastor assistant, as an usher, making promises. I remember standing there in the healing and deliverance line while them pastors would be praying. And I was introvert and I was really shy. So I was standing there, but I was listening to it all. And I had my head down. And I would often say, when I grow up, I'm not going to be like these people. I'm not. I'm going to be smarter than this. And I'm going to teach people what the Bible is really saying. Because I don't think this is supposed to go like this. I don't think. And then, mind you, some of my friends, they were, promiscuous. The pastor's children, they be wilding out up in that church, boy. They were like messing around with the drummers and sleeping with this one, that, and third. Because mama, the evangelist, and different things, they stayed in the church. And so some of the children was home all the time. My mama didn't play me being home by myself. I had to go to church. And so I saw a lot in church. I saw a lot. I've heard words and I know so much about the biblical text now in my journey to like it's like nah, we ain't rinse and repeat and what I was brought up on, because a lot of that stuff is foolery. I want to teach people esoteric knowledge, something that they could stand on, something that's going to edify their church instead of edifying a place or building. I want to do that for the people that remind me of me. Yeah. I rebelled at 13 and refused to do anything in church, Crystal says. Wow. Yeah, Bakiba says holiness. You're right about that. I was in church feeling like something was off. Yes, I'm so happy you hear Crystal, Bakiba, Rita. Jerry says pastor children have a weird spot in life. It is very weird. It really is. Yeah. And their expression of self is kind of like different because the attention is kind of like going to mom and dad and them. And I could understand that. And they rebel because of that. A lot of them rebel because of that. Yeah. This is why the Bible is not recited by me. Or did it resonate with my soul? Oh, okay. I see that. That's why, because it's something you felt like something was off. Me too, goddess. I did it all in church, every organization. Yeah. So that feels refreshing that we got that taken care of. Now we know. What this energy all about. Let's see. PK's always in the worst. My brother's 7 kids. Oh, Pastor kids. It's always in the worst. My brother has 7 kids. It's off the chain. Oh, yeah. I could only imagine. Because I was right there with him. Very scary. My cousin tried to convert me to the Israelites. I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, it was very different. It's very different from, especially if you have experienced church already, and because church is kind of teaching you more love, more agape love. I can't give church or religion that aspect. Sometimes it be kind of like wobbly in the sense that some people try to do overabundance of love when they don't love themselves. However, from that and just going to an Israelite facility, I'll call it a facility, you kind of get surprised, like, wait, hold up, we go do what? Me, my sister, my brother, and 3 cousins was me. Oh, okay. I read that one already. A lot of my cousins called me to ask about the Bible, and it's scary. We could quote a lot from it. Yeah, because you know what? Just like me too, because a lot of these things I remember, it was like not only this lifetime, but we stem from this bloodline who in past lifetimes we remember this here stuff too. And once upon a time this was beaten into us, like, right? And so we have to one lifetime become accountable for our energy and shake these shackles, so to speak, off of us and free ourselves from the chains of this so-called religious aspect that keeps us bound in our thought. Anything in life that is binding you to a certain thought, certain place of being, and then it's accompanied with fear, lest you know that you ain't free. You ain't free, because it's also letting you know that you have successfully become your own stumbling block. Yeah. I made the mistake marrying a preacher's daughter. Oh boy, Mr. Stu says. I second that, old boy. I second that. They used to say, don't worry how you pay rent. If you give offerings to them, God will provide. Right. And my sister, no child is alike. My oldest sister, she used to tell me all the time, because, even with them people that I was watching them. They love God so much, go through so much, but I see that they was giving. And so I used to try to give, out of my little money that I had. And my sister, she was like, look, don't you be stupid. Don't you, she would just tell me plain as day, don't you be stupid like them people up in there. Don't you be stupid. That's how she just talk. She doesn't cut no corners. She just talk like that. Don't you give all that you have, because something ain't right about that. And you gonna look stupid. What kind of clothes you gonna have on? The people at school gonna tease you. And she would just like put things in layman's terms, and I just pay attention. And then when it was time for me to give, instead of giving my all of mine, mimicking the darn people in the church, I would think. And I just give, just give a little bit. Just give a little bit. And sometimes I sneak in, still give my all, and I don't let my sister know because she was going to make me feel crazy about it. Like, right. But I'm thankful, honestly, for people like her that was in my ear, because that gave me another thought, another idea, that I didn't have to kind of like rinse and repeat and be like everybody that was around me. And so that gave me that questioning mindset as well, to question some of the things that I was being told to just only believe and never question God. And like I would ask these questions to my parents and my aunts and the pastors and my uncles who pastors and stuff. But why? And then I would get beat. Like, you getting your butt whooped when you get home. Like, why? Guess and then I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna get whooped anyway. So why are you gonna whoop me now? Cause I asked the question. Well, God gonna do something, but why? And from that moment, I just became so inquisitive, because I was gonna get a pop upside the head or get spanked when I get home anyway. So let me just ask this question. Let me just say this right there. She over there, she freaking the Holy Ghost. She ain't. Why is she doing that? Why I gotta go put the blanket on her? She need to get up, just like she faked down there. She need to fake up. And remember, I told y'all about that lady who was shouting, the one we were talking about, Rita, the one with her wig head flew off and she butt hit me in the nose. I'm standing up there with the thing, trying to help her. No, I didn't have the thing. I didn't have it. We had a circle. We had a circle, and so you hold hands in the, when somebody's shouting, you hold hands with the other ushers while they shouting, so they don't go, hurt their cell phone chairs and all this and that and the third, like, right. The lady butt hit me, still shouting and juking. Her wig flew off. My nose bleeding. I come back out there, and the lady wig on the ground. Now I'm one of the ushers, and my mom looking at me. Go get the wig. Go get the wig. Go get the wig. Like telling me to go get the lady wig off the ground, and I'm like, and I'm sitting up there like, me? No. And so the usher in the front of the church, like, right, and everybody can see me. But mama say do it, kind of like. And so I just got to that point where like this is starting to be a little bit much here. And so my questioning attitude came about. And then it came to a season where I became a teenager, and I'm like, hey, I'm about to get up out of here. This is a bit much. I just want to be, because mind you, I've never been that little girl that used to go to like, parties. I was in church all the time. Pep rallies, football stuff. I don't even know half of the name of this stuff. Homecoming type stuff. Like I wasn't that person, because something was going on in church. And I probably was too tired, or better yet, I was probably in my closet trying to figure out the Bible, because I read it over 30 times. Trying to figure out, I was trying to deliver everybody from hell, y'all, at 12 years old. Everybody. I was trying to get everybody from hell, because I'd be darned if this was how life was going to be. And I would pray to the devil and to God. And I'd be like, look, y'all got to figure this thing out, because these people in this church, something ain't right. They giving their money away. Their health is not up to par. Then the pastors, the evangelists, the apostles, they come in town and they just taking all them people money. And then these people broke. Look, Jesus and God, this is a mess now. Come on, y'all, make up now. In my little naive mind, that's how I thought it would go. And that was my prayer. I'm talking about on my knees, talking to Jesus, chopping it up with Jesus and the devil, just like this here. Going in the bathroom and preaching and stuff to make this thing make sense. And then I figured it out. And then I said, I'm going to help everybody. Yeah. Shay says, I have always been a seeker of truth, but I never found it until I left religion. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Because you don't find it until you begin to ask why. Because it takes you on a portal and it opens your mind up and expands you. Yes, ma'am. Church is such hypocrites, the people, the word, and the teachers. Many of them are. This is why when you teach us in reference to the biblical text, I cry because I hear it truthfully. Yeah. And this is why I always have a scripture, if you notice that about me. And I'm just telling on me because I want you to understand. Love is understanding. This is why I always have a scripture so that you can see things in a different light. You know, the tithes and the offering in a different light. Is it being your kundalini expression, your crystals fluid? You know, because we'll get bamboozled into thinking that it's only got to be interpreted the way that our pastor said. No, your pastor was vibing at this frequency. Low. There's other frequencies and other interpretations. It's not fixed. Nothing in that allegory text is fixed. So when people develop other levels of consciousness, they can give you a new profound meaning, especially if they're teaching from an esoteric knowledge and not trying to bamboozle you into being in a box to serve them and to worship them and give to them to make them more financially secure, to make them more powerful and you lesser than, you know? That's why I read that one already. The last church I was at, I got a bracelet, Chevy says, from the apostle of the church like a year ago. And last week, the bracelet broke while I was at work. I guess it did its purpose. Yeah, that part of that bracelet in the story was over. If it would have continued with you, it would have continued to be forceful for you, had not. So count it all joy. And that has everything to do with you too, Chevy, reaching another place of ascension. Because things leave us when we evolve, like, right? Things have new meaning and exit our lives when we evolve to that level. Nothing in life should make me feel confined or controlled. I love leveling up. Yes. The church is a non-contact sport. That's funny. Now that is funny. Yeah. Yeah, I made a mistake, man. Okay, I read that one already. Yeah, good evening. Hey, dear. How you doing today? What's going on, Keith? Ether, I see you. And my nose was bleeding. Yeah, they had to bust me upside the head and then with the head button, shouted. And my nose was bleeding. I've been through some things. Keith said, "Oh yeah, my nose was bleeding, and the wig falling over, and I'm fussing with my mom in front of the church like." Cause I didn't want to touch the lady wig, and then she gonna come. You know them older people. Then she gonna come at the end. I hope that she probably pays all these years. She gonna come at the end of the church. She said, "Oh, come here, baby. Oh, she helps me out. Come here and give me sugar." Lord, you and then my mama there gotta give her sugar. Like, no, lady, I didn't want to grab your wig, and I don't even want to give you sugar. Sorry, but in church, how you feel does not matter. Go ahead. My mom was like, "Go ahead on and give her sugar anyway." Teaching the children that how you feel don't got darn matter. And so I went and got the sugar. Because if not, you get home, you don't get the sugar, you get your butt back. Because that's how my mama came up. And so each generation, they just, we pass down our trauma until somebody in the family decides, I ain't having it. I'm stopping this. And I am hopeful today that you are that tribe in your assimilated environment. Stop the madness. Me too, dropped off my arm or broke up. Yeah. Yes, I've had crystals leave you. Oh wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. I used to be afraid to think of things other than Christianity. Yeah. And see, that's a level of trauma too. We talk about healing from health issues, but that's a level of trauma too that happens within our mindset, trying to be so perfect and trying to be so angelic and trying to withstand from the sex of from the guys and all of this, all the girls, all of this, right? But everything in life, it is my promise to you that everything in life is about a healthy balance. And everything is going to be energy, frequency, and vibration. Too much of anything I don't care what we're talking about. It's not going to be good for you. Break all of them, Blue Diamond. Break every chain of every generational curse, especially for those closest to you that can feel your energy, that know that you on a spiritual journey, your children, your loved ones. Don't the best thing you could offer them is alignment. The best thing you could offer them is alignment. The best thing you can leave with them is something that's going to edify their church, such as you being in alignment and you teaching them how to be free thinkers. Right? Free thinkers. Because he who the law has set free is free indeed. I remember one day the pastor was trying to pray for me, and it was like he kept trying to push me. Yeah, trying to push you down, being swung in the spirit, huh? So that's it. That's the work for today. And we about to pray. We about to pray and get up out of here. Thank you for all of you who followed me today, who gave to my live, who shared the live, who commented, who interacted with us energetically, who gave attention. Because remember, always you're emitting and receiving, always, because you're just energy. And so I'm thankful for your energy, your love, and your light. And we about to pray. We about to pray. I broke some of them and now they're watching this journey. Oh, yes, baby. I love that for you, Blue Diamond. I love that for you. We about to pray and get up out of here. TikTok telling me to take a break. Gratitude, Tiara. God, source energy, infinite intelligence, all that is, was, and shall ever be. Thank you for everyone that came forward today with their energy, their like-minded energy. Thank you for my true brother, sister, my true family, the family that's in alignment and remind me of me, the family that is holding this space energetically of being in alignment and causing others to do the same and be the same and the same and the same and the same. Now, as we depart this live, I see us all in an elevated state of being tonight, tomorrow, and forevermore. I see us all constantly evolving, constantly becoming freer and freer, more boundless and boundless, radiating more and more and more each day, each day, each day. Realizing that we are truly the star, shining our light for the world to see. And I want you all to put in the comments, we are family. We are family. We are family. For those of you who are not commenting in the back, we are family, we are family, we are family, we are family. I want you to check out my Be Radiant spray. Those of you that wobble a little bit, Be Radiant spray will penetrate to your senses. We are family, we are family, we are family. By giving you a high elevation of lavender, a high elevation of rose scents, a high elevation of vanilla scents. These senses, once you smell this, it increases your frequency. Check out Be Radiant Spray Mist. It's available on my website. For everyone else, we are family, we are family, we are family, we are family. And what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Energetically, our like-mindedness is enough power to create worlds. And it's tomorrow's life. I want to continue. We're going to put some ideas together. I want to start creating something. Could we manipulate? Who's in? Can we start manipulating energy? Can we start manipulating energy? Who's in? Is anybody in? Tomorrow is my birthday. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. We're going to manipulate some energy on Tangela birthday. We are family. We are family. We are family. So that way we can begin to see things. We could begin to see things in this realm that we created. You in? Let's do it. Let's do it, family. Let's do it. We in. Think about some things you want to manipulate. And we're going to conjure up energy. I want you to see your superpowers. I want you to see how you can manipulate this realm. And it shall be. And people will say unto you, who is this inner being, church? That the winds and the waves obey them. Okay? Thank you, Samika. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Royal. Thank you, Blue Diamond. We in. See you tomorrow. We got the power to create worlds, so why not? Why not create? This video was from my heart to yours. Y'all be blessed. Be blessed, babe. Bye. It shall be. Yes, this is gonna be